to get Nnamdi Kanu. And since then, it's been hide and seek, because the intention is not to try Nnamdi Kanu for any crime because he's committed no crime. That's why we call it a trump top. Their intention is to lock him up and possibly break him. And again, possibly have him renounce the Biafran advocacy. Now, all of this have failed, even in their own courtroom. Now, since they started this their retrial, it's been one disjointed, discredited, cut and join, copy and paste nonsense, to the point that you could be, the only thing I picked out of their first evidence they claim to have presented was that, Baba, these guys were devoted follower of Nnamdi Kanu, put it that way. Meaning, under Boko Haram, the Dokwemu Abi Daura Secret Service, they had a special squad dedicated to watching and listening to Nnamdi Kanu. Because somehow, I don't know, that, Baba, they presented evidence that was supposed to implicate Nnamdi Kanu, to make Nnamdi Kanu say he promotes violence and terrorism. But rather than that to happen, it ended up not only that Nnamdi Kanu's video and voice or messages were played inside their courtroom, making everybody in the courtroom to listen to these messages, right? The messages were so clear, unambiguous, and no hatred or violence preached by any of this. So at the end of the day, right, the first two witnesses they presented, their evidence, which is believed to have been obtained, especially the statement of Nnamdi Kanu, obtained by torture. So which means it didn't give them voluntarily. So meaning that evidence they claim to have against Nnamdi Kanu, that he is using the Biafra radio, is telling people to fight, to kill this, to kill that, and all of that, right? All of that got trashed by this same judge in this same trial, meaning all of that will be admissible. But they had two witnesses left after that particular order. Guess what? These two witnesses are also repeating the same disjointed, fallacies. For example, one of them said yesterday that they found IPOB members. Sorry, they said they found shallow grave where over 200 people that were killed by IPOB were buried. There is no pictorial evidence. There is no any other evidence to show that, indeed, they found shallow grave in eastern Nigeria. But just word of mouth, we believe that the IPOB killed a lot of people. We found a shallow. Where's the evidence of that? Just trust me, bro. If I say we saw it, we saw it. You don't need to ask me for evidence. That's what they are saying inside the courtroom. They found IPOB members eating human flesh. Where are those IPOB members you said you arrested? You were arrested because you found a shallow grave. Not a single name is mentioned. Not a single picture is presented. Hello? So all of that today, they also said that they found some ESN members eating human flesh. But there is none of that presented. Just trust me, bro. Trust me. Because their media have already reported all these lies. They've spent a lot to push the propaganda. But you know something about court cases, that you actually have to present evidence that Nnamdi Kanu is involved in this or that. So now, if you say Nnamdi Kanu this or that, right? And you are not presenting anything at all to link him to it. But somehow, you shall believe, shall say, what happened? Just trust me. This is their case. And no wonder. Today, Baba, they closed the year supposed case. So, yeah, they've closed it now. So the next 4 weeks will be the time for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers to review everything that transpired so far and then call back those witnesses. Then also present to the same court and tell them that this is not a trial, this is persecution. And don't forget, from their own court, Nnamdi Kanu defeated them in their own court, got a court judgment that he must be paid over 2 billion naira court judgment. They don't pay more. Do you understand? As we speak. So today, they sent out all their DSS to block the main road, block everywhere. And Sowore was going to the same court earlier today. And trust me, you know, it won't just like lay low when he's, you know, when it comes to these DSS guys, right? So this transpired outside the court room earlier today.
They said this man, he said you won't come inside court now. Why they go arrest you? What do you do?
I don't know. That comes when they come for my bag.
You don't commit any crime now. Why they go arrest you? Okay? What did he do now? What's the problem? You don't want him to carry the flag?
No.
He's with me now. He came.
No.
So what? Why wouldn't they allow him in now? He came with me now. What's the problem? I'm in court too now. There's no issue. There's no issue. No, he came with me. That's what I'm saying now. Yeah, he's with me. Yes, now. It's not a crime for him to carry Nigerian flag now. So.
Is it a crime to have Nigerian flag?
Wait now, let me talk to them. So let him come in, please. Your case is not. It's on the second floor. I know now. I know what they are here for. Your case is on the second floor. Why do you want to block the whole street? I've even been to your case to say I don't lock the door. I have a case on the 4th floor and he's with me. Please let him come in. No, now we don't have to be fighting over this now.
We did not stop him from standing here.
Your territory is restricted to that courtroom where you have your national suspects. Your court premises.
Inside court premises.
No. This is the street of the court. You understand? Right? Court premises is inside. It hasn't gone inside. Yes, now.
It's when he goes inside.
It's when he goes inside that you have a problem with that. I've brought him to court several times. He's my partner. You understand? We are partners in the struggle for better Nigeria.
If he had come here without.
That's why he came. That's why I came down. You understand? He comes with me now. I'm not going to deny him to you that he's my person. You understand? And he has a right to carry Nigerian flag. You should be happy that he even has the biggest flag. The only flag that is flying in Nigeria today is carried by this guy. The rest don't rest. Because even we themselves know the blue flag anymore for Nigeria. So, and are you guys opposed to ending the war in Benin?
State.
They're not opposed to it.
Being killed every day.
Please, officer, let him come in. You know. You know, the right you don't have is the right to prevent a Nigerian from walking freely on the street. You know that. That's wrong. Yes, it's very wrong. You are impeding the freedom of movement, and that's not the job of the DSS. You are for internal security. In fact, if it's not in Nigeria, you have no business coming to court to come and be dictating who enters court. The court has a public gallery where people are supposed to even observe trials.
Yes.
That's why they put all those seats there.
Nigeria.
So you are not supposed to prevent.
Vintage Sowore. Then Mazi, when he arrived.
Jesus Christ, Nnamdi Kanu. And immediately
after the DSS closed their useless case, the judge ruled that it's now the turn of the defense team to come and push their own defense. And that is going to be from the 18th of July. So we've got a month preparation, right? So after the proceeding, right, his lawyer shared this, and then Sowore was with them. Please listen.
Oh, sorry, 19th of June 2025, sorry. We are happy to announce to the world that the prosecution has finally closed their case today with their last witness, PW5, known as EEE. He came and tendered reports of the NSAS, and in the course of the reporting, he alleged that it was the statements made by Nnamdi Kanu that instigated the damages during the NSAS. And he was subjected to a thorough cross-examination by the defense team under Mazi Bazu. And as God will have it, we are happy to announce to you that so many things went wrong with his report, including the fact that not even the signature of the chairman or the name of the chairman or the secretary of the report of the committee he claimed to represent was found in the entire report. We are happy to announce to all lovers of freedom that the matter has been adjourned to the 18th of July 2025 for a no case submission. In other words, to tell the court and to show to the court that the prosecution merely wasted 10 years of Nnamdi Kanu's life by arresting and detaining him for no just cause. So we are happy. We have very short time within which to work. We are going to utilize that very short time and make sure we deliver on our mandate. And our mandate is to provide sufficient defense for Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Very excited to be here as always, even though, as usual, the DSS prevented me from entering the courtroom. But I'm a living witness to history. The first time my Mazi was abducted from Kenya and brought here, I was in court to warn them that, in fact, I was one of the few people that came here as soon as they did their kangaroo arraignment, that this case is not going anywhere, and that there's no way, it doesn't matter how long it takes, it's going to end up the way it started, as nothing, and it will end up as nothing, because there's nothing that can stand up on nothing. The foundation of this was malice. It was the suppression of a section of Nigerian people and the violation of the fundamental right of a Nigerian British citizen who was abducted from another country, brought here without due process and detained indefinitely, even presented from having open and fair trial, which we have seen all over the time. As a matter of fact, today we already had an application with the DSS preventing people from moving around here. But you know, they started by blocking everywhere. Now they are tired, they can't even block half of the road because you cannot stop an idea whose time has come. And this is what we have won them. And I'm glad that they are reaching the dead end that we have predicted. The dead end is that there will be a no case submission. In fact, I would have an issue with the lawyers if I were to be involved, because there's no need to even file a no case submission in a case that never existed in the first place. But you have to do your own legal work. And let me use this opportunity to also appreciate all the lawyers and all the people who have stood in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. I said it that if I'm the last person that will stand with him, I'll stand with him. And mine is not political. Yes. In fact, the most unpopular political decision to take in Nigeria is to stand with Nnamdi Kanu. So if you want to win an election, you know who to stand with, which is the federal government. Yes. But I'm not doing this to win an election. I'm doing it for the freedom of our people everywhere we might find ourselves. And I believe that if Nigeria is going to become one, it has to be on the basis of justice. You cannot be suppressing a section just as the right to flourish and think that you can go home to rest. And you have seen it now. Even those people who never believed Nnamdi Kanu a few years ago, they have seen it with what the Fulani herdsmen are doing, killing hundreds of people. They are doing it also in the southeast. They killed in Ebonyi, they killed in Enugu, they are killing in Edo, they are killing in Kogi, They are killing people across the country. Imo, yes, there was some killing. So this was what Nnamdi Kanu told you as a prophet. But he has always told me, when I met him in New York, that he's not a prophet. He's just saying the reality of what the Nigerian project is all about. That it was a fake project put together and it can never materialize until there's justice. And this is what we keep advising them. The interesting thing was that there was even a time in 2019 that they charged me secretly with him. I filed a charge here that I connived with him to kill some policemen. So the case never came to trial, and it will never be. So we can't wait to see Nnamdi Kanu rejoin all of us. And I'm very certain that will happen. It's just a matter of time. And it doesn't matter how long they do their case, which I never believed in, by the way. It has come to a situation where everybody has come to the understanding that there was no case, and the case will finally fall apart officially very soon. Thank you guys.
Sorry, 19th of June 2025, sorry. We are...
So, the legal team for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is expected to present what they call the no case defense, meaning Nnamdi Kanu can't be tried for any crime or anything in that place until the process of his abduction. Mr. Infidel is the same thing, Baba. It's not adoption, it's abduction. Kidnapping. That's what you were meant by that too, right? So we are looking forward to the time when an innocent man will be released. I understand that it may sound a little bit far-fetched, or no, not far-fetched. It may sound a little bit too, hopeful. But when we understand the people we are dealing with, sometimes expecting them to give justice seems like a tall dream. But we still just have to, until when those who reject peaceful resolution then would have to deal with what is not peaceful at the end of the day. But until then, let the innocent man go.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government, to the High Commissioner, that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the International Community for peace. But one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
that was 12 years ago. And that's why some people will tell you that he's a prophet. What he saw 12 years ago, that some of the, some of the comfortable